Lucy, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming my January TBR. I will say a little bit early. It's like mid-December, but we're gonna be heading to my parents soon, so I just wanted to make sure to do this before so I could bring some of the books because we won't be back until a little bit later. So let's go ahead and get started. I am not gonna have to pull a challenge prompt because November was really awesome. I got everything done. Really not sure about December. I feel like my TBR has grown drastically. There's just so much I want to read on top of what I pulled for my video. So we'll see how that goes. But for January, we will go ahead and pull my normal prompts. We'll start with nonfiction. And this has been going relatively poorly. So I'm a little bit nervous. And I do think I'm gonna pull 3. So I talked about this in my last video. I think I'm gonna pull 3 options. It's gonna be my new rule in 2025. I also think it will be interesting. I'm considering adding more. Like right now it's everything that's on my shelves, but I kind of feel like I should maybe add, sorry, I feel like I want to do it on camera. They're stuck together. I don't know if that's a good or bad idea, but looks like 3. So there's a lot of other nonfiction I want to read that's not on my bookshelves, and it's tough because a big part of the TBR jar stuff for me is reading what I already have. So maybe we'll stick with this for now, but I've struggled with this. I've just struggled with really being in the mood to read any of these. Okay, Mountains Beyond Mountains. I believe that's by Tracy Kidder. I'll grab that. Ooh, okay, no, I'll show you them all and then I'll grab them. Then we have Reflections of Eden. Dude, I have no idea what that is. And then we have Quiet. Okay, I can definitely pick something from one of these. This is doable. Let me grab them. Okay, so Mountains Beyond Mountains, which is something I wanted to read for a long time. Very interested in this. I believe The Quest of Dr. Paul Farmer, A Man Who Could Cure the World. I actually have also Dr. Paul Farmer's book, but yeah, I think it's about curing infectious disease and modern medicine, just global health problems and politics. Like, this is definitely, I'm very interested in reading this. I'm almost leaning toward this already. But we also have Quiet, which has been on my list for a long time. I've also read parts of this before. The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Thinking. I've just heard really good things. And then I can't believe I forgot that this is this book, but Reflections of Eden is a book that I actually read a pretty good chunk of this back in college. I just read it because I was interested in it. And Beruti Galdakis, she is an orangutan biologist who is kind of one of the 3 major, Diane Fossey and Jane Goodall, all worked on different groups of primates and are really famous for their work and did a lot of really seminal primate work. And I know a lot about the other 2 and had really wanted to learn more about her. I remember I actually read this, I believe it was before I was going to Borneo for a course and some research that I did there. So yeah, and I remember enjoying this a lot. I'm not sure. I guess I probably didn't finish before I went and then just put it down. So that nothing was wrong with it per se. I just put it down. Yeah, this is a little bit tough. I'm honestly right now, just vibes wise and what I'm in the mood for. All 3 of these I want to read and would have been fine pulling. So this is really funny and I guess it's good. I'm getting a good month of nonfiction. I'm definitely leaning towards one of these 2. I think I'm gonna choose this. I feel like it's just been on my shelves for a long time. I think even longer than this one. And I'm just really interested in this. So let's go with Mountains Beyond Mountains. Okay. The other 2 I'm gonna put back in. So far, so good. Let's do the old TBR book. Let's shake this up. I almost feel like I need to update this. I feel like there's some stuff on my shelves that is pretty old, but this is essentially physical books that I think are at least over 2 years old. Most of them are a lot older than that. And it's been great. I've read some books on here that I never would have picked up just myself, and it's been great to force me to do it. So let's go. The Sound of Stars. It's funny, I feel like I also don't recognize this book, but okay. This was a book a month book a long time ago. I wonder if February 2020. That is kind of wild that you can, like, I can see that and know that. Literally no idea what this is about. I mean, there's a reason I probably chose it at the time, right? Can the girl with the forbidden library and the alien who loves pop music work together to save the world? I'm super intrigued. 2 years ago, a misunderstanding between the leaders of Earth and the invading Ilori resulted in the deaths of 1/3 of the world's population. 17-year-old Janelle Ellie Baker survives in an Ilori control center in New York City, with humans deemed dangerously volatile because of their initial reaction to the invasion. Emotional expression can be grounds for execution. Music, arts, and books are illegal, but Ellie breaks the rules by keeping a secret library. When a book goes missing, Ellie is terrified that the Ilori will track it back to her and kill her. Born in a lab, Morris, spelled a certain way, was raised to be emotionless. When he finds Ellie's illegal library, he's duty-bound to deliver her for execution. The trouble is, he finds himself drawn to human music and in desperate need of more. They're both breaking the rules for the love of art, and Ellie inspires the same feelings in him that music does. Wow, this actually sounds really interesting. I've like not heard a single thing about this. Again, clearly I picked this back in 2020, but okay, I'm very excited about this. This is like the point of this, you know? Great. Okay, so that's the old TBR pick. All right, let's go for some prompts. So we're gonna choose 3 prompts. Oh man, I should probably. Okay. I'm wondering if I should have shaken this up more. A 5-star prediction. Fun. Ooh, I love this. Okay, I've not got this one yet. Ooh, I have an immediate thought, but I might look a little bit. Okay, I have a pick and I'm so excited about it because there's a lot of things that I could choose. But I feel like if I'm being true to the 5-star prediction prompt, I think I have to go with the Blue Book of Nebo. This is what I learned about from Books and Lala and just sounded like so my vibe. I believe it's like a post-apocalyptic about this woman and her son, I want to say. So after nuclear disasters bringing 21st century civilization to a close, Rowena and her young son Dylan are among the rare survivors. Alone in their isolated hillside cottage in rural Wales, without electricity or modern technology, the two must turn toward each other and learn new skills in order to survive. With remarkable resourcefulness and grit, they return to the old ways of living off the land and develop a deep bond. Just like really feels like my vibe. I really love like the road. I love like I Have Never Known Men. I love a post-apocalyptic book. So I just feel like this is absolutely probably my top like 5-star prediction. If it's not 5 stars, I guess that's like hyping it up a lot for myself, but I think it's good for this prompt, so yay. Okay, I'm very excited about that prompt. Okay, number 2. Oh, I love this. Oh, it's so good. Okay. I'm like so excited about this TBR. Where is it? A classic. Okay. I got this one, shoot, I'm pretty sure I also got this in November, but that's okay. That's great. I might have to think about this because my plans for January, like my classic prompt that I always have, which I'll usually talk about in a little bit. My plan is to continue reading War and Peace, which I had also in December. I have made a little more progress, but like it's a bit of a long story. I was going to tell it in a bit, but I essentially decided to read David Copperfield. And so like I know I'm not going to get as far in this. So then I was like, okay, I think my goal will be to try to finish this in January. It's just been really slow for me. I've been taking my time. I literally, after every little tiny chapter, I read a little summary. I just feel like I'm getting a lot more out of it. And like when I come down to it, it's like, why am I reading classics? Why am I putting that effort in? And it's to like actually like get something out of it and like fully give myself that opportunity. So I'm like fine going slow, and I literally started this book in 2023 and read like the first chunk and like just came back to it. So I could choose something additional, but I feel like I have to go ahead and choose War and Peace because I just like think this is like, if I'm truly gonna finish this in January, it's gonna take me time and I think I'm gonna get a lot less reading done. So I think I just need to set myself up for that success and like just choose War and Peace for this, and it'll count as my classic too. It's tough because I've been just like on such a reading roll that I feel like I keep getting so tempted to like add more, but I need to chill and like not do that to myself. All right, last prompt for January. Okay, and that is going to be an arc. Ooh, fun. Okay. Wow, this is such an unexpected TBR for some reason. So, I actually have one that I was thinking of reading anyway, which is kind of lucky me, I feel like. And it's a bummer because I've had this one for a little while and I just have not gotten to it yet. But I think this is absolutely perfect opportunity for this. Wow, I don't know why. And that is Harvest of Hearts. So I got this one from NetGalley and I've had it for a few months, just haven't gotten around to it, but it's coming out, I think it's in March, so I really want to get to it in the next, I was thinking of even trying to do it in December, but I just don't think that's going to happen. So this is actually really perfect. I'll do it for this prompt. And yeah, so that'll be A Harvest of Hearts by Andrea Ames. Okay, Howl's Moving Castle vibes, whimsical and unforgettable story of fantastic adventure. Before Foss Butcher was snagged, she thought no more of the magic users than anyone else in her tiny village. Sometimes gorgeous women in impossible carriages rolled into town and took bits of people's hearts. Everyone knew hearts fueled their magic, but Foss, plain, clumsy, and practical as a boot, never expected anyone would want hers. True enough, when the only sorcerer in the kingdom stepped from his glossy carriage, he didn't intend to hook Foss. Sylvester's riot of black curls and perfectly edged cheekbones caught her eye a moment too long. That was all. Suddenly Foss is cursed and finds herself stomping toward the grand city to keep his enchanted house, where her only friend is a talking cat and the walls themselves have moods. Wow, really does sound very Howl's Moving Castle vibes. Anyway, sorry, I feel like the description for some reason was like difficult for me to read. But I also wanted to look at exactly when this arc comes out. March 4th is the release date. So hopefully I'll have some thoughts on it by the end of January. Okay, cool. So that was an arc. So those were 3 prompts. With that, I will talk about the last 3 things. So one is my seasonal read, which for that, I'm like looking, I don't know if I could technically use any of the ones I've already chosen, but I kind of already had my eye on. I really want to read A Winter's Promise. I've had this also since last year. I got it in Seattle and it just feels like perfect January reading. So I'm definitely going to choose this. I'm pretty sure it is YA, but it just looks cool. I've heard good things about it, and so we're going to go with that. For classic, we obviously have our War and Peace, which, yep, not choosing anything else. It's just too big. There's a lot going on there. Now for the reread, I struggled with this a lot. I feel like there's a lot of ways I could go with it, and I'm still not sure how I feel about this decision. It's possible I'll change my mind, but I'm gonna put it on here for now. So my friend and I are gonna go to the Onyx Storm release party at our romance bookstore in Salt Lake City. I'm very excited. I think it'll be fun. I just like struggled so much with Iron Flame. So I have very, very conflicting feelings about it, but it's been really fun to talk about a lot of the popular fantasy romance books with my friends in our real life book club. So I'm definitely gonna read it and just keep going, see where things go. So I think I'm gonna put Fourth Wing as my reread. And this is tough because it's like the 3rd one coming out. I really, really don't want to read the 2nd one, but it's been a really long time now since I read the 1st one. And I feel like it could be fun leading up to it to reread it. So my thought right now is to reread the 1st one and then find some sort of summary of the 2nd one and like watch that. But yeah, so I think we're gonna do that. So that's our reread. We have our classic for the prompt and for just generally is War and Peace. We have A Harvest of Hearts, which is on my Kindle or iPad. We have The Blue Book of Nebo for a 5-star prediction. We have The Sound of Stars for the old TBR. And we have, oh, we're missing one more. Okay, we have the nonfiction is Mountains, Man Mountains. And then I forgot our winter read, or like seasonal, is A Winter's Promise. So, still kind of a lot. One more on top of this. And I'm feeling a little nervous just about the War and Peace situation, but this is like such a fun pick. I feel like I really enjoyed everything we pulled today. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you are able to follow along, and have a great day. Okay, bye.